Today we're going to design a newborn shirt, the easiest possible one for a charting device. I'm working on a Toyota knit tracer, but this same approach will work for any full-size device. That includes the Brother Knit Leader and some of the Silver Reed models. This is the shape of the little shirt, and we'll be drawing half a pattern. So this center front line will fall along the left side of the charting device. When we reach the underarm and begin increasing, we will increase on both sides to create the knitted on sleeve. The neckline appears to be straight across. It is straight across, but it won't behave as though it was straight across because of the natural tendency of stockinette to roll outwards at the upper and lower edges. That feature of stockinette will create our neckline. By the way, both of these dolls fit the average measurements of real newborn humans. The torso of the doll on the left is more accurate than the one on the right by a half an inch or so. But the arms of that doll are a little bit chunkier than average, and the way the sleeve fits, a real human baby is more likely to be like the doll on the right. If you have made baby clothes before, you will be aware that we normally have to make a shoulder extension. The reason being, a newborn's head is too large to fit through the opening that will work for the same child's neck. And so we usually unsnap one shoulder seam. In this case, it's been massively simplified. The shoulder seams are left unsewn for part of the way, and the top of the sweater is closed with these stockinette strips, which are knitted right on to make little bows. The knitting is therefore massively simple. We cast on whatever number of stitches are required, in this case 31, knit straight to the underarm, work some increases, then the pattern outline goes on straight to the shoulder from here, so we knit straight and bind off. Before binding off, we'll mark the positions for the little bit of shoulder seam there is and for the ties. And I will show you all of that in the actual knitting videos. So where do we get the numbers to make our own outline? Well, I'm going to give them to you, of course, but I'm going to show you where I get them so you can figure out how to do this for yourself in all sizes and for several simple designs. You can use an existing knitting pattern. Not all patterns give you the finished garment measurements, but mine usually do, and I'm not the only designer who does that. The Answer Ladies Machine Knitting Notebook, which comes in two books actually, one is for standard and bulky machines, and one is for mid-gauge, has a page on finished garment dimensions and measurements, and we can borrow the information from that page to draw a simple pattern. I'll put a link to these books in the program notes in case you want to check it out. The first size on the chart is the newborn size. It finishes to 18 inches around the chest. We want to know these three pieces of information from this chart: the width of the front and back, the distance from the top of the hem to the underarm, and the overall length of the garment. Since the front or back is 9 inches across, but we're only drawing half of it, we will make a line that covers 4.5 inches straight across the grid. I did that with an orange grease pencil because it shows up better on the film than the marker. The total length of the garment, excluding hem, which can be anything we want, is 8 inches, so we'll want to measure 8 inches straight up, perpendicular to the outside point of the baseline. Since the top is straight across, we have no need to draw in a neckline, but we do want to know where to start the increases for the knitted on sleeve. We can use this column, the distance from the top of the hem to the underarm being 4.4 inches, to mark the point at which the sleeve increases should begin. This leaves us only two dimensions in question: the length of the sleeve and the length for the opening of half of the arm opening is what this will be. I decided on 1 3/8 inches of sleeve length extending from the shoulder. So I drew this vertical line parallel to the side seam, and I decided to make a 3-inch opening. So measuring down from the top, put a dot 3 inches from the top, then draw in this line and you're done. This superfluous extension is just where we marked this position of the sleeve, and it can either be erased or ignored. I'm leaving it for now because I don't have the right cleaning solution for this grease pencil. The same little shirt is the subject of several movies, and it does not have to be boring. One option is to do as I did here and change yarns to a self-striping yarn after the sleeve shaping has been completed. One could work a little intarsia motif or lace on the front. You can see me following the shaping for this sweater on the Toyota Knit Tracer Basics movie. And there's one more movie coming that shows actually knitting the garment and working on the ties for the shoulders and the treatment that keeps the sleeve hem from rolling. They'll all be part of a playlist called Easy as Pie Newborn Shirt, so you can find them easily.